Good afternoon. I'm Alex Fisher. You've been watching an NBC News special report on the impeachment trial of President Trump. You can continue watching on our KGET Facebook page. We'll have more on today's trial in just a moment. But first, we're learning more about the deadly mass shooting on a Greyhound bus near the base of the Grapevine early this morning. We've learned one woman has died, 5 others have been wounded, and the shooter has been taken into custody. The Greyhound bus left Los Angeles just after 11:30 last night. It made its way up the 5 freeway, and about 2 hours into the trip, as the bus was driving into Kern County, a gunman opened fire, shooting 6 people. 17's Taylor Schaub has been talking with officials and gathering information from the scene all morning long, and he joins us this afternoon live with the new information that he has learned. Taylor?
Alex, it's still very much an active crime scene here, and as you can take a look behind me, authorities still investigating the bus, the Greyhound bus, and it's been some 9 hours since I first got here this morning, and this is what we know so far. CHP officers just wrapped up a news conference. Around 1:30 this morning, CHP received reports of a gunman aboard a Greyhound bus heading northbound from Los Angeles to the Bay Area. After opening fire, the driver of the bus pulled over on the right shoulder of the freeway, and a group of heroic passengers helped unarm the suspect and get him off the bus, at which point CHP responded to the scene and apprehended the suspect. The driver then pulled into the Valero gas station that I'm standing at and called for medical help. We know that there are at least 2 victims that are in serious condition, while a woman in her mid-50s from Colombia died on the scene. The remaining passengers, including 2 children that were aboard the bus, have been held up in a local Denny's all morning and are being questioned by authorities. Law enforcement praising their heroic efforts, however.
Due to some very heroic acts by the passengers, they were able to overcome this subject and disarm him. They were able to escort him off of the bus without further incident.
As of right now, we don't know the motive behind the shooting, but authorities did apprehend a black semi-automatic gun on the bus, as well as several other magazines. And as of right now, I talked to some people that were just questioning how a man with a gun could get on a Greyhound bus, what the level of security was like for that man to get on the bus. There's still a lot of questions that haven't been answered here. And live at the Grapevine, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.
All right, Taylor, thank you so much. We have some breaking news coming into our newsroom. A mistrial has officially been declared in the Michaele Bowers case after jurors failed to reach a verdict. 4 jurors voted to convict Bowers of second-degree murder. 6 were in favor of a voluntary manslaughter conviction, and 1 voted in favor of involuntary manslaughter. Another juror voted to acquit her. Bowers admitted she killed her longtime boyfriend, local chef Ray Ingram. Prosecutors claim she killed him after finding out about his ongoing infidelity. But the defense says she shot Ingram in self-defense after tolerating decades of physical, emotional, and mental abuse. Judge Twisselman gave the jury several options to help them reach a verdict today, including having testimony read back to them or furthering closing arguments. You may remember a mistrial was declared for Bowers' first trial after jury deadlock. Her new court date is scheduled for March 16th. Delano police continue to ask for your help finding whoever shot 5 people Friday night. It happened as a crowd gathered at County Line Road and Hyatt Avenue to remember the victim of a deadly crash that happened in November. Delano police arrived to find 5 people suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. One man, identified as 21-year-old Adam Rene Guillen of Delano, died. Another victim is in critical condition. 3 others have non-life-threatening wounds. Delano police say they currently have no suspect information, but if you saw or know anything, you can call them at 721-3377 or the 24-hour tip line at 721-3369. Delano police say that you can remain anonymous. Meantime, a homeless man walked into a Super Bowl party yesterday in Fresno and shot and killed a man. Witnesses say neighbors were holding a barbecue. When the homeless man walked up to the party, police say an argument broke out over someone wearing a 49ers jersey, and the homeless man shot another man in the stomach. The victim later died. And the shooter was discovered in a homeless camp and arrested. All right, we're going to take a quick look at your forecast now with Kevin. And I stepped outside just a moment ago, Kevin, and I've noticed one thing. Very cool outside.
There definitely is a chill in the air, and it's going to continue and be around all of today. You can see outside we've got a few high clouds, but we're expecting lots of sunshine today, but the sunshine isn't going to warm our bones up much. You can see here on the satellite and radar, the only thing we're seeing, we did this morning see a little bit of the cloud cover on the west-facing slopes of the Tehachapi, but that is clearing out. We're at 47 degrees right now in Bakersfield with no winds to talk about. And you can see here temperatures are only expected to reach near 50 before sliding back into those 30s by midnight, and by tomorrow morning, right around 7 o'clock, we could be looking at the upper 20s. 36 in Tehachapi right now, a northwest wind at 10, so those winds have calmed down. We'll take a look at some of those wind gusts coming up in a few minutes here, but you can see the temperatures throughout the day will be in the 30s and then slipping back into the lower 20s by tonight. I'll have much more in your forecast that's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Kev, thanks so much. The Senate impeachment trial of President Trump is nearing its end. Each side presenting its closing arguments today. NBC's Susan McGinnis breaks it down for us.
The president's impeachment trial nears its end today. Each side presenting closing arguments.
His crimes against the American people and the nation remain in progress.
The House managers bear the very heavy burden of proof. They did not meet it.
House managers prosecuting the case not giving up, making a final effort to convince senators to remove the president.
Donald Trump has betrayed his oath to protect and defend the Constitution, but it's not too late for us to honor ours.
On Friday, Democrats pushed to allow witnesses and evidence, soundly defeated by Republicans united in their quest to protect the president. A few GOP senators concede Democrats did prove their case, but arguing his actions don't warrant removal by Congress.
The only appropriate result here is to acquit the president and to leave it to the voters to choose their president.
Democrats calling it a cover-up and a tragedy. On Twitter today, the president calling the impeachment a hoax, pointing to Ukraine's president affirming he felt no pressure. Following today's closes, senators who have acted as jurors in this trial will make speeches, which could last right up until voting time Wednesday afternoon, when they cast their final vote on the two articles of impeachment.
And despite Republican efforts at making this a quick trial, it will not end in time for the State of the Union address that will be delivered tomorrow by an impeached president still on trial. In Washington, Susan McGinnis, NBC News.
Senator Lindsey Graham will be coming to Bakersfield later this month. The Kern County Republican Party made the announcement earlier this morning. Senator Graham will be the keynote speaker for the annual Lincoln Day dinner. It's happening February 20th. If you would like ticket information, you can head to our website, kget.com. Well, still to come, several more cases of the coronavirus in California over the weekend. And when we come back, we'll look at how fast this new virus is spreading and the new concerns from health officials. Welcome back. 3 new cases of the coronavirus have been confirmed here in the U.S., bringing the total to 11. 6 of those people are in California. Health officials say no one in Kern County has been infected. And now government officials are announcing a new travel ban. Here's NBC's Miguel Almaguer.
Overnight, health officials confirming 2 new cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. A 57-year-old California couple becoming the latest to be infected after the husband traveled to Wuhan, the epicenter of the deadly outbreak. Officials say the man has not left his home, but did pass the illness on to his wife.
We're trying to learn more about this virus. We don't know everything about this virus.
Now with 11 confirmed cases across 4 states and over 100 patients still being monitored, the government is temporarily banning entrance into the U.S. for most foreign nationals who have recently visited China, where more than 2,000 new cases were confirmed over the weekend. The death toll there climbing to over 300. The U.S. declaring the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency, mandating remaining flights out of China be routed through 11 U.S. airports with advanced screening capability, and requiring Americans who have visited the province where the virus is believed to have originated be quarantined for up to 2 weeks. Overnight, China accusing the U.S. of overreacting to the virus outbreak, saying its actions could create and spread panic. Today, the State Department is still working to evacuate about 1,000 Americans still stuck in Wuhan.
I'm fine with them being in quarantine when they get back. I just want them back in the States.
That was NBC's Miguel Almaguer reporting. You know, we talk about this coronavirus, and it is very scary. You can't forget about the flu, just the regular flu that's been going around. And it's also a good reminder, too, to just get your flu shot if you haven't already.
Yeah, most definitely. Taking you outside, and what a beautiful shot here looking off to the east. The air is clear and a little on the chilly side. Now, yesterday, right around the time the Super Bowl ended, we really saw those winds pick up around the area. I want to show you some of the wind gusts I was able to find. The Grapevine had a wind gust of 50, 41 out in Hart Flat. Tehachapi is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Lebec at 47, 31 in Bakersfield out of Meadows Field, a 44-mile-per-hour wind gust. Lake Isabella. Bear Valley had a 38, and Mojave 54. The highest wind gust I could find was Little Oak Canyon, and that is between Tehachapi and Rosamond, and they had a wind gust of 89 miles per hour. I know a portion of the 58 was shut down for a short time, and there were some tractor trailers that actually blew over in the wind. So the winds were definitely a problem yesterday afternoon into the evening. That has come to an end. Wasco right now, sunny and 49 degrees. Warvin, 47, so haven't reached the 50s there. Fraser Park at 32, but sunny. And then Golden Hills, beautiful shot there, and 34 degrees. Here's a look at Bakersfield right now, 47 degrees with no winds to talk about. And again, temperatures are going to be cool today. We're going to be right near 50. Overnight, we're at 32, so below the normal of 41. Normal high this time of year is 60. Far cry from that today, and 79 the record, set back in 2009. Here's a look at temperatures, and 48 in Delano, and you can see most valley temperatures right now running into the 40s. Buttonwillow at 50, 30s and 40s into the mountains, and out in the Mojave area, 43. Other than a few little clouds that popped up over near Tehachapi, those are starting to thin out. And tonight, it's going to be another cold night for all of us. We have a freeze warning in place for the valley, midnight to 9 a.m. tomorrow. Temperatures could drop near 28 degrees. So if you have any sensitive vegetation, make sure you cover it up. If you have any pets that are outside, make sure they have a warm place that they can sleep tonight, because it's definitely going to be a cool one. And you can see here, not a lot happening around the state. Clear skies will remain. High pressure, our dominant feature right now. We're going to track a system developing to the north and west. That looks like it will arrive by Sunday, and you can see it starts in the Pacific Northwest. There it is, and then makes its way into the state down to the south. It doesn't look like we're going to get a lot out of it. In fact, the models are backing off even hour by hour from where we were talking this morning. And you can see it only puts about 600ths of an inch in Bakersfield, 300ths in the mountains. So really spotty right now. And we'll see if anything changes on that. Sunny skies today through Saturday. That freeze warning I talked about, and then a freeze watch Wednesday morning. And then, again, that next rain and snowmaker possibly arrives on Sunday afternoon, but it'll be something to watch. Here's a look at our forecast for today, right near 50 in Bakersfield, 51 in Delano, 48 in Taft, with Maricopa at 47. Into the mountains, sunny skies, northwest wind, 10 to 15. 39 in Fraser Park, 38 in Tehachapi. A cool day in the Kern River Valley with 46 out of Lake Isabella. And then for the desert, sunny skies, a little bit breezy still, and a high of 47 in Mojave. Here's your extended forecast, and you can see plenty of sunshine, and temperatures will rebound back into the 60s by Thursday. And then there's that chance of a shower on Sunday and back into the upper 50s. For the mountains, plenty of sunshine, a little windy through tomorrow. 41 on Tuesday, 47 on Wednesday, then right near 60 Friday, Saturday. But then temperatures plunge again for you on Sunday with a high of only 48 with a chance of a shower. And then for the Kern River Valley, we'll also be warming you up a little bit by Thursday with another round of possible rain coming in Sunday. It looks light right now. And I know we have our 5-alarm barbecue coming up on Wednesday in the Valley, just outside our studios at Compassion Corner. And it looks like it'll be great weather, so we hope that you'll come out.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really looking forward to it, and it's a great barbecue, and, of course, all the money stays here in Kern County.
Yeah,
so
and you can come out and join us. We're going to have this newscast you're seeing right here all live outside.
Taking across the street.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Kev. All right, well, still to come, trouble-free national retail chain which touts its merchandise is forever. The group of companies that came together to purchase the struggling store after it filed for bankruptcy. Welcome back. 17 News is your local election headquarters, and we are under 7 hours from the live presidential mayoral debate set to air right here on TV 17. 17's Aton Wallace has a preview.
As it stands right now, there are 5 candidates for mayor. One said he was surprised Friday that he qualified as a write-in candidate and is not yet ready to talk about his campaign. But we talked to the other 4 hopefuls, each sharing their visions for Bakersfield, explaining why they deserve your vote. Karen Go has served as Bakersfield's mayor since 2017. Now, she's running for re-election on March 3rd. Top of her list, the economy.
I'm going to continue to embrace this community and make sure that the hardworking people of this community have jobs. Let's work on encouraging job development, both new and expanded businesses, and increased opportunities for all people.
In addition to her role as mayor, the Bakersfield High School alum serves as the president and CEO of Garden Pathways, a nonprofit whose mission it is to mentor disadvantaged youth and adults. As mayor, she says combating homelessness is a priority.
Our community has made great strides together in working on some of the challenges of homelessness, the issues that impact us with people who live on the streets. But it is together, as we work together and work on those root causes, that we truly will make a difference.
Now, she's asking you to give her another term. Why should the voters elect you to a second term in office?
Voters have consistently said that Karen Go has been everywhere, in all communities, addressing what is important to each of our communities, focusing on economic development, public safety, education, and being an advocate for Bakersfield.
Also running, Dr. Gregory Tatum. He is a pastor at Change Community Church in downtown Bakersfield.
And so what we must do is become more of a community of God.
Tatum believes his role as pastor would bring a much-needed perspective to city government.
A lot of people say, why would a pastor run? What's the benefit? From a pastor's perspective, I can bring more to the table, and I think I can realize the dream of making all things happen that are possible to those that believe.
An Army veteran, Tatum served our nation during the First Gulf War. He ran for state senate in 2018 but lost to Shannon Grove. Now he wants to represent our city. First on his agenda, empowering the youth.
I want to be able to challenge our young people to get with them in junior high school, as early as elementary school, get involved with space exploration, engineering, gaming, coding, all these things that's going to take us to the next level.
If elected, Tatum would become Bakersfield's first African-American mayor, something he believes is significant.
It tells the world, it tells this nation that we have evolved as a city. When you become the mayor of Bakersfield, you become the face of Bakersfield. It's time to change the face of inclusion.
The voice for the people. We've never had that in Bakersfield before.
Joseph Caparelli identifies as an actor, movie extra, and movie producer. A former cop in Las Vegas, Caparelli says he would prioritize law enforcement if elected mayor.
They put a badge on every morning. They go to work. They don't know when they're coming home. My hat's off to them. I salute them every day. I want the younger generation to learn to wave at them and say hi because they're good people. They deserve more pay. I like to see the fire department get more pay. They work hard, very hard. I'm very proud of them.
He says he would be the city's most active mayor.
Yeah, I'm 88 years old, strong as a bull. It's always been, vote for me, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then you never see them again. I haven't been a mayor yet walking around. I want them to see me and say, here's that guy, the boss guy. Here comes that Italian guy. There's the mayor. What the hell's the mayor doing here? That's my job. They will get tired of seeing me because I'll be there.
And then there's this man, certified write-in candidate Mark Hudson.
I see things that needs changing.
That, he says, includes the homeless issue, an issue with which Hudson believes the city is not doing enough.
Building shelters is not the answer. You have to have to build a solution to it, has to be some kind of rehab.
He says if elected, he would bring literally every issue to the voters before the council can take any action.
I want everybody to be a part of everything that's happening in Bakersfield. So if a decision comes up, they'll have to vote on these things. I will give my opinion, but they'll may have the final vote on everything that happens in Bakersfield. This is their city, and I want to give it back to them.
There is another certified write-in candidate in this race. His name is Joey Harrington. Now, Harrington said Friday he was surprised that he qualified and was not yet ready to discuss his candidacy. He declined our invitation to appear at the debate. And speaking of debate, a reminder, it will air live on TV 17 beginning at 7 p.m. Monday. We also will stream it live on KGET.com. Jim Scott and I will moderate. Hope you can join us. In a final word, a candidate will need to receive more than 50% of the vote to win. If nobody earns more than 50%, then the top two vote getters on March 3rd will go head-to-head during the general election, November 3rd, 2020. In studio, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.
All right, when we come back, dedicated racers speed across the ice on outhouses. We introduce you to the bizarre winter sport that's raising money for a good cause.
All right, before we start, would you want it full or empty? Well, these folks decided they were going to push an outhouse for charity. Would you do it?
Yeah, well, so, I mean, you just take a look at this, please. So those are some of the events of the Yooper Winterfest. It takes place in Marionette, Wisconsin, on the border of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Folks build their own outhouses for the Yooper Pooper Toilet Try, where all these people get together and push this thing across the ice. So as you can see, it looks like they're having a lot of fun. It's very interesting. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on 17 News at noon. We'll see you back here tonight for 17 News at 5.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.